Hi, we meet again. So today we are here to make another healthy recipe which goes really well with the ragi pancakes that we earlier made. This is a chutney which is made out of the skin of rich gourd. I know you must be thinking that you generally discard the skin, but this here is a zero waste recipe by which you can use the skin of the vegetable to make a delicious, very nutritious chutney. Let's see how we do that. So here are the ingredients. Rich gourd, as it is called turai, gilka and many other names across the world. Here you can recognize the vegetable. You can grow it very easily in your own courtyard. We're going to chop off the ends of the vegetable and peel the skin and use the skin to grind and create a chutney. Now since we are using the skin, we will not just thoroughly wash the vegetable, but we also make sure that we are using an organic vegetable, organically grown vegetable, which is not laced with any kind of pesticides. Now we're going to chop these up. You can even roughly chop them. They don't need to be equal size because we're going to cook and grind it later. We're chopping them so we can stir it easily in the pan. So now that we have our chopped rich gourd skin, we're going to start cooking it with some more tempering. We will heat a mud pan, and once it's a little hot, we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of A2 ghee cow ghee if possible, but any kind of ghee or clarified butter is going to make this dish taste really nice. So 1 tablespoon of ghee goes into the pan, and now once we see that the clarified butter is all melted and starts to make a spluttering sound, that's when we add our rich gourd skin, which is finely peeled and chopped. Now our rich gourd skin is cooking. We can get the nice sweet aroma of the ghee, and we get a nice green fresh aroma of the green skin that is cooking. Now along with the rich gourd skin, while it's cooking, we're also going to add some raw peanuts to it. This is about 2 tablespoons of raw peanuts, and we allow them both to cook on a slow flame. We don't intend to burn any of this or over toast any of the ingredients because it has to taste nice and green, and the color of the chutney needs to be nice and light green in color. Now while these two ingredients are cooking, I'm going to take a nice little green chili and chop it into small pieces, which will be fried along with the rich gourd skin and the peanuts. Added some chili. It's absolutely optional. You could avoid this step completely if you don't want any kind of spice in the chutney, or you could even add some paprika powder or some red chili powder. I'm going to add some red chili to the tempering as well because I am okay with this tolerance of spice, but maybe if you do not want to add the spice, you can totally omit this out of the recipe and it will still taste absolutely flavorsome. So once we see that the peanuts have turned a little brownish and the rich gourd skin has no more water to evaporate, you will see a lot more smoke coming out of the vessel because now it's just the ghee which is evaporating. That's when you switch off the gas. Keep stirring. You can allow this to cool down before you blend it into a mixer. Now once we are done roasting all the ingredients and it's cooled, we're going to add it to a blender. Now here we are going to add a little bit of desiccated coconut just to give it a little coconutty flavor, just a little bit, because we have enough of ingredients to make the chutney. Add half a teaspoon of salt to it, and maybe you can add a little more, totally depending on your taste. And now we blend it all together. It's a good idea to just open your container and see if all the ingredients have turned into a paste. Otherwise, what we do is we mix it up a little bit, add a little more water to it, just a little bit. Let's not add too much, just a little bit, and then grind it again. And there we go. That's the right consistency of chutney that I was looking for. Now after you've removed the chutney into a bowl, squeeze a small little dollop of lime juice into it for that little extra tangy zing. So we've put a vessel back on the gas on slow flame, and we're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of A2 ghee cow ghee. Totally depends on your liking. You can add either 1 or 2 tablespoons. This is for tempering of the chutney. I'm adding 2 teaspoons. A little bit of cumin seeds. It's important to let the oil heat so that your seeds splutter the moment you add them to the hot oil. So once the jeera seeds have started to splutter and you can hear some noise coming from the hot oil, you can add some mustard seeds. Again, they're going to start spluttering as soon as you add them to the hot ghee. Now we're going to add a few bits of red chili. At this point you can turn off the gas if you're cooking in a mud vessel, because the vessel is hot enough. You don't really need the heat of the gas, and I'm getting some amazing aroma out of this. You can also add hing to this tempering, which gives a really good flavor. I'm going to add a little bit of urad dal. Urad dal is the white split urad dal. I'll be adding a pinch of chana dal, and at this point I'm going to stir the tempering. Now once both my dals are a little golden brown in color, I'll be adding some curry leaves to it. There I'm adding some fresh curry leaves to it, and they start spluttering immediately. This beautiful aroma of ghee and the dals and mirchi, and now kadhi patta. Beautiful, it smells amazing in here. And now once the tempering is cooked, we're going to pour it over the yummy chutney that we just created.